The movie Glengarry Glen Ross was made in 1992, and the original playwright was David Mamet. Mamet also did the screenplay for the film. I liked the movie, but at first it was really hard to understand. Then as I kept on watching it, I understood and I really ended up liking it. This movie is about a Chicago salesman who they're all in this competition to get the Glengarry leads and to get to the top of the charts. I'll tell you about some of the characters. First, I'm going to tell you about Shelley Levine. He was a salesman around in his 50s, and in his younger days they called him the Machine Levine because he closed deals really good. And also, he never gave up. And still, as he got older, he still never gave up, but he just lost his game a little bit as he went. The second person I'm going to tell you about is Ricky Roma. He was the #1 salesman in this movie. He was kind of like arrogant, cocky. He didn't really want nobody else's opinion but his own. He went straight for what he wanted, and that's why I think he was one of the best salesmen in this movie. He was sort of my favorite because he knew what he was doing and he went for it. Also, Dave Moss. I never in this movie seen him happy. He was always screaming at somebody, yelling at somebody, mostly because he was a good salesman, but he didn't know how to interpret it to make the good sales. And then there was John Williamson, the manager. He was kind of like laid back, but nobody in the office really liked him because of his authority over them, and they kind of just really didn't respect him because they really didn't like him. And last, George Arno. He was like a really timid person, always going with the flow and kind of like a robot. That's what he kind of reminded me of in this movie. He just always timid and didn't really act like he would know what to say. He was kind of weird, but he's just mellow and well-mannered. This film to me was a tragedy because the whole movie these men was arguing, fighting, busting themselves to get to the top of the charts, when really in the end they messed it up for themselves. Well, really, Shelley messed it up for them, but they never really got what they wanted because this whole time they was working for something, and at the end they never got it in the first place. It was after they went for the Glengarry rights, they got stolen or sold. Then the place got robbed, so the charts and everything didn't really matter. It was robbed, and the designs in this film were really just straight on. It wasn't really classic. It was a brown or grays colors in this, and I think that because they did that is because they were salesmen, and that's really what a salesman person would wear in real life. Even today, salesmen wear stuff like that, but they've kind of opened up the colors to blacks and stuff like that. But all the men in here wore trench coats because they're in the city, and that's where their surroundings was. So whenever I viewed the designs and the surroundings, I found myself understanding why they were wearing what they were wearing. Shelley wore a polo shirt with a tie, and most of the time he was running around outside to find a person to close deals with, so he was wearing like a little top hat because it was raining, and a trench coat. Dave Moss, he was wearing, just the regular coat, overcoat, and just kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it, just like a jersey shirt and dress pants. All of them really stayed with the set salesman look. No, they never changed throughout the movie. I never seen anybody other than a suit and tie or a polo shirt and tie. The lighting in this movie was kind of like the fluorescent lights. That's all you really saw because they was either in the office or outside, which was dark. And I reviewed some videos of the play itself on Broadway, and they had like a really, really dim light, like an office light. It just looked like one light just shining down on one particular spot of the stage, and the guys just circled around in the office talking. It was really low, dim, because anywhere that, especially back in the 1990s, people would go into a office or something like that, and it would be a fluorescent lighting or just a really dim lighting in a salesman office or something like that, a real estate place. The eye-opener in this movie was when Alec Baldwin came in. It was kind of at the main beginning. He came in and he just told them how it was. He didn't calm himself, he didn't hold anything back. He told them exactly how it was. And I just think that was like the tip top of the movie, because that's what caused everything to go the way it did. And he just told the people if they didn't make sales, then they was fired. And he just let them have it. But altogether, I like this movie. It was a fun movie to watch. I learned stuff that I never learned before. But I did want to show you guys the clip from Alec Baldwin, because I just thought that topped the movie off and really got it rolling to where it should be. So here's just a little clip of the Alec Baldwin shot.
I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Your name's Levine? Yeah. You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch? I don't gotta listen to this shit. You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is you're fired.
That was just a little clip that I wanted to show you. It lasted at least 5 minutes long. I know that was a little bit dark, but you could hear what he was saying. That just topped the movie off. He totally just went for it. Told them how it was, and it scared them enough to where they listened. So, like I said, I really ended up liking this movie, and it helped me connect more with my theater class, because now I understand the importance of design, the importance of the lighting, importance of the props. I understand all of it now, because in this movie, even though it was kind of just like set places, their outfits and their motivation to make all of it go together, I understood it better. I paid more attention in this movie than I ever have to their outfitting, their props, the lighting, and it helped me connect with my theater class more. So I ended up liking this movie a lot because it helped me get the concept of some stuff. But I just want to thank everybody who watched this, and I really enjoyed theater class.